So hello everybody. You're going to do the Google form link. In Miss Stru's class, it's under her Socrative link. So it's right there. In Miss Brown's classes, it is right here in today's Do Now. Just a different spot here under Materials. Right there, Updated Do Now. And the good thing about this is here's the Do Now. All right. So think about it. What's the most stressful part about taking the STAR test? And today we're going to debunk some of those theories, how to help you be more productive, how to do some things. We're going to talk about those today. The first thing is you're going to be given a paper copy of the STAR chart, the reference material, just like this. And so we can take this and we can compare it to this one. Now, you're not going to have these to compare, but you could circle boron, these right here, circle those items, and then in taking those three items is doing that and knowing that those are your metalloids. They like metals. And look, they bump up to aluminum. We already know aluminum is a metal. We use it. And that the friends on the right side here and our little friend helium, that those are non-metals. And that everything else that's left is a metal. Okay? Kind of remembering the properties of metals, that they're good conductors of electricity. Non-metals are poor. That metals are malleable and ductile, which means we can pound them into things or make wires. That non-metals are usually brittle. That metals have a high luster. Think about that piece of aluminum foil. Think about how much luster is there to carbon. You think about charcoal, not. And things that metals tend to lose electrons and non-metals tend to gain them. Again, metals corrode or rust. And our metalloid friends are variable because it'll depend on the element, what's it's in. It's got a lot of becauses. Okay? And then here are are our STAR reference grades. So what did I mean by that? Well, what did I mean by that? So we can draw our triangles. So we can, let's see, let's put a shape in here. Shape. Let's get a triangle. Okay, we'll put one here on the side. Make it a little bigger. Okay, and we can do things like we can put in, all right, our density formula that we have. Let's say we know that density is mass. We're going to come back over here. Mass over volume, and that down here we have, so that means density's here, and our little friend, I can't draw the triangle, volume is over here. So we have our triangle, and we can build these for a lot of our formulas. I could change this out and I could make it for speed. Remember, I would have distance over time and then speed would go here. Force would be force is mass times acceleration. So I'm just trying to put a little line in here so we kind of see this a little bit better. So we do this kind of to give you guys a little bit of a view of what things you could add to your STAR chart here. And do a little brain dump before the test so that you're not so stressed out. So other people have said things like moon phases. Some people said Roy G. Biv, members of the visible light spectrum. Some people said seasons drawing, like where the tilts, Earth's tilts. I had some people draw a water cycle. So all sorts of things. You could draw a basic food chain. Anything that makes you comfortable, and you can draw it on the back of this page. So here are some strategies. Read the directions carefully Answer all questions, eliminate wrong answers, and watch for questions with ands or nots. You want to go back, and the beauty of digital is that we're going to know that you answered them, because when you go to submit, it'll say you didn't answer everything and it'll send you back. But we want to watch out for answers, like tricky answers, like both A and B, or all of the above, or none of the above. And huge deal breaker words are not, except, doesn't, none. Those are bad things. So here is thing called rubies or cubes. We read and reread the question, underline what it's asking, box any numbers if present, identify key concepts with asterisks, eliminate wrong answers, and then select the best answer. So on this, we would look at this and we would say aluminum, sulfur, and chlorine are elements found in the periodic table. So we have a periodic table in front of us. Tests involving these three show that at normal room temperatures, sulfur is malleable. So if we go back here, sulfur is in the nonmetals. So that can't be malleable. So that one, because that one is wrong because it says and, so you have to meet both requirements. That would be wrong. Chlorine is malleable. Well, we said that was a gas, so no, can't pound it out. Aluminum, yeah, is, and it conducts electricity, sure. All three. Well, right away, all three is wrong because sulfur and chlorine didn't meet the test. And you can use these to answer these questions to kind of give yourself some ideas. But some things, if you get stuck, if the question is taking too long, go back later. Eliminate wrong answers, go back into the text, skim or reread to find those final answers. If more than one choice seems correct, choose the best answer. And you want to take, at that point, an educated guess, something that might support your theory. And then lastly, remember, use the text to evidence. Detectives need evidence to prove a case, and we need test takers need evidence to support their answer. So if you want to check out the STAR practice test, you can. Here's what I don't want you to do is don't get all worried about the practice tests. So we're going to click on this. Don't worry about the questions. So you click there, there's the link, and you'll have to do this offline. You can't do it within the presentation. You come here to practice test logins. Just leave those, and we just kind of do it as a guest. You want to select your grade. Since we're 8th grade, we want to only do the 8th grade one, and we want to do the science, okay? Now, if you're one of these people who likes a little different background, maybe a light blue, you can click on that. You can change your mouse, large green. See, look at how big that gets. You hit select. I would not apply a zoom. And then we view our test settings. Now, if you're somebody who gets speech to text or read to you, you might want to check to make sure that's on. That'll show up. Otherwise, don't worry about it. And here we go. We're going to begin the test. And I'm not so worried about these items as I am things like this. This is why we're giving you a paper one, because this right here, it's hard to draw on, hard to write on. This one, you have the formulas, but no triangles. You can make the triangles, and then you don't have space to do that brain dump. On the calculator, I would suggest the basic calculator. We haven't used a calculator other than the basic, and this one here in the image looks just like the one we've been using in class. And then lastly, my favorite one is the line reader, because you can see, and it's blue, so it turns out a different color. You can go down and you can like kind of hold your place when you read. So that's a great tool. So I wanted you to see the tools that'll be available. On the rest of this week, we're going to be taking the STAR intro. We're going to put up a short video that says just that, and that we will see you all again on Monday, the 28th for regular class. Have a great afternoon, friends, and we will see you all tomorrow in class.